Yo, so today I'm going to be telling you what you should buy at the Next when you go to Navy boot camp. If you don't know what the Next is the store that you actually buy everything that you need for the entirety of your 2 months at Navy boot camp. So I'm talking toothpaste, deodorant, socks, everything that you need in Navy boot camp, you're going to get at the Next. I'm going to tell you some things which made my life more comfortable. Hopefully they'll help you for that first time because they space out how many times you go to the Next throughout Navy boot camp. You go about every 2 weeks. So let me just go ahead and get into that information for y'all.
Yeah, I pull up to the spot. This shit way too fucking lit. Members only in my gang. Westside Queens is
all right, so the first thing I would advise y'all buy if you are a male is some boxers. They give you these little skivvies. They're super tight. They're like tighty whities. I didn't like the tighty whities at all. So as soon as I could go to the Next, I bought some boxers, and that really improved my quality of life. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the chafing in the skivvies. You know, I'm not dissing the Navy because the Navy's, you know, gives you exactly what you need just to survive. But me, I don't like to just survive. Like, I like to thrive. I want to be comfortable throughout the day, especially when I'm walking around everywhere marching. So those boxers really did help me throughout the entirety of Navy boot camp. All right, another thing to help you improve your quality of life that you should buy at the Next in Navy boot camp is an electric razor. Females, I am not sure how helpful that will be to y'all, but for my males out there, your face, you're gonna get razor bumps because that razor that they give you is not super comfortable on your face. It kind of scratched me up, gave me a bunch of razor bumps. So I also bought a electric razor, and that helped with my razor bumps a little bit. Also, make sure you get some aftershave because those razor bumps are real, man, and your face is gonna hurt because most likely you haven't been shaving every day. If you haven't gone to Navy boot camp yet and you got a couple weeks before you go and you're a male, I recommend you start shaving your face every day just so it gets kind of used to it and you can start treating it a little bit because those razor bumps really are real, and you don't realize how much it's going to bother you. But when you have like a bunch of razor bumps, it's like annoying. So just get a electric razor as soon as you can. That way you can get rid of the razor bumps. Also, make sure you get some aftershave. And this is just some general advice. I wouldn't get more than 2 stamp sheets just because you're going to reach a point where you get so busy in boot camp that it's harder to write. And so I know that you want to send letters and things like that, but somebody's always going to have stamps. So if you run out of stamps, don't feel bad asking another person for stamps because the last thing you want is just stamps all over your drawer. I would definitely buy stamps though because you want to keep in contact with your friends and family back home 100%. And the Navy does encourage that. So just saying. Other than that, I would get some moleskin and some band-aids. Both of those are super helpful for your feet. I remember when I first got my boots, I always wore tennis shoes, sneakers. In the Navy, we call them go-fasters. I would always wear those every single day. So when I was wearing boots, my heels weren't used to wearing boots, and I got huge blisters on the back of my heels. And I don't know about you, but when you have to march everywhere every single day and you're not used to it and your feet are messed up, you're going to be absolutely miserable. So I would definitely buy some moleskin and some band-aids just to cover up those blisters in case you get them. I hope you don't get them though. If you can, wear some boots. Try to get your feet adjusted to wearing boots. But if not, you'll break them in. What strategy that did help me that I'm going to just put you on game is I doubled up socks. So I wear my white socks and then I wear my black socks over the white socks just to stop the rubbing of the boot on my heel so much. The only thing about that is it makes your feet kind of hard to breathe. So just stay advised. Also, I get some cocoa butter, some lotion just to kind of help you moisturize your skin, things like that, because it gets dry, especially if you're from a different area. In Chicago air is kind of dry, so I got some lotion. A lot of people would put on lotion just because that was helpful. Also, I would buy some new deodorant. Then again, the Navy does provide you with everything that you need at boot camp, so if you do not want to spend money, you're gonna be fine. I'm just saying, for me, I wanted to get some stronger deodorant, so I went out and I bought some like allspice deodorant or something like that, and it kept me nicer. I got the antiperspirant, so I wasn't smelly as bad. It doesn't really matter because like nobody's really like attractive in boot camp. So don't be trying to like look good for females, anything like that. You're there to accomplish a mission, so just accomplish the mission. But nobody really wants to be smelly, stinky, anything like that. Sometimes you have to do extra physical training. They call it ITE, and they pull out the blue or the yellow or the red card. Yeah, man, just take your deodorant, put that deodorant on. Helps out everybody. Nobody wants to hang out with somebody who's stinky. So just make sure you focus on hygiene. Get some hygiene products, things like that. That will help you out in Navy boot camp. Also, I wouldn't do this right away, but I would buy a comb just because whenever your hair starts to grow back, because, okay, people are going to lie to you and say that they shave you bald throughout the entirety of boot camp. That is not the case. They just shave the sides, and then when you graduate, you have the option of getting the top of your hair cut. Again, do what you want, but I wouldn't advise getting the top of your hair cut just because they're super quick, because they have to process a lot of recruits, and you're not really there to look cute, so they're not really helping you with like lineups or anything like that. So I would just get the sides done every single time, but on that last haircut. But whenever you start getting hair again, you want to start combing it just to kind of make it look nice. Also, they're going to tell you this, but make sure you're not cutting your hair when you're in Navy boot camp. It's going to start growing out, things like that. But don't cut it because you could get in big trouble for that. So, yeah. And this isn't really something that I bought at the Next, but this was just nice for me because I didn't want to read the training guide or the Blue Jackets manual all the time. So I went and got a Bible. If you guys are a different religion, anything like that, I would just get a religious material so you can read it just to kind of stay entertained. For me, I was reading like the Old Testament just because I wanted something else to get my mind off of the Navy, because when you're there, it's like you get about an hour to kind of relax and decompress your mind and kind of shower, do what you need to do, brush your teeth, things like that. And you can read your religious material during that time. So I would just get some kind of religious material, even if it's like a book on Norse mythology. I saw some weird stuff at Navy boot camp. Some guy had a Norse mythology book, and everybody was passing it around and reading it. In my division, we weren't allowed to read books, but I heard some other divisions had books, so maybe you could bring some books with you. But I wouldn't count on being able to keep them. Other than that, I bought some hair gel right before I graduated just so I could look nice for my friends and family, and then pictures. So some extra things you should get are extra little ditty bags, or the white mesh bags. You're not going to know what they are until you get there, but they have these little extra bags. I got one more just for my laundry, just so I could do the darks and the whites and still have stuff for the next day, because typically you turn in laundry and then you get it the next day, but you'll turn in laundry before you get it back. So I just got extra bags just to kind of make it. But when you get to boot camp, like you're gonna have your own experience. You're gonna buy what you need to buy. So just keep in mind, you're gonna have money. I wouldn't really be worried about being cheap, especially because the first couple of checks you get, especially if you're E1, are not gonna be that big. But you're there for 2 months, and that doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're going day to day, like you want to maximize how comfortable you are. So don't be cheap with yourself, man. Take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, the more better you are up here, the more focused you can be, because you don't have to worry about all these little problems. The better you'll perform in Navy boot camp, and that's what the Navy wants. They want you to be the best sailor possible, and ultimately, I think that's what everybody wants you to be and what you should want for yourself. So just take care of yourself, man. Don't be cheap. Buy what you need to buy. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. If you did like what I have to say or it was helpful, y'all leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, I do want to say that this video has nothing to do with the Navy. It's not official DoD information, anything like that. I feel the need to say that just because I'm on this video representing myself as a civilian. So yeah, I got a free stock down below for you guys with Robinhood. If you're trying to do YouTube videos, download my link with TubeBuddy. It helps you with SEO, thumbnails, anything like that. Give you a checklist just to make sure your YouTube videos are on point. And that stock is up to $200 if you are interested in that. Other than that, man, I make music. My EP is linked down below. Again, the music has nothing to do with the Navy. That's just me. So if you like me, man, check out my music. I've been rapping since I was like 12. So, yeah. Anyway, y'all leave a like and subscribe, man. Stay blessed. Again, I appreciate each and every single one of you for checking out the videos. Salam. Peace.